Hey everybody, it's Doug Mystic Eye on Board Game Geek. Do a very quick reminder that we're running a contest. Go back through the videos or the notes in the videos and you'll see that. That's all I'm going to mention about that because I want to dive right in to our next turn. We're going to start with our villain turn with misinformation. We're getting quite a few cards stacked up here, which is cool, but let's just keep on going. So let's start with her. At the start of the villain turn, destroy a clue card. If you do, each hero target deals itself 2 sonic damage. Let's destroy the misplaced memo finally. Get rid of that. Get out of here. Out of here. Okay, so we're going to do that, but it's going to deal 1 point of damage. Now, remember, she doesn't have any damage bonuses, so that reduces to 1. I think we might survive this. I don't know. We'll see. Expatriate goes down 1. Raw's down to 1 hit point. Wraith is down to 3, and Absolute Zero is down. Almost called him Sub-Zero again. Absolute Zero is down to 10. He is actually the hero with the highest hit points. Expatriate and Absolute Zero have the exact same hit points. Okay, that is her event. Now let's go through the other cards. At the start of this is the insider knowledge. At the start of the villain turn, move a diversion from the villain trash into play. There are no diversions in there, so that's helpful to us. And that is the only start. That's it for the start of villain effects. Now we draw our villain's card. Hopefully it's not. Concealed betrayal. Ongoing clue. At the end of the villain turn, destroy 1 hero, ongoing, or equipment card. Okay. That's going to happen at the end of the turn. We'll probably destroy one of Raw's since he might die. But let's leave it at that. We're currently 4 clues in there, so if he can live one more round, he can do a boatload of damage. We'll see. Okay, that is the card draw. It's we're going to have to do that at the end of the turn. Okay, let's start going to the end of the turn event effects. So we have the Diplomatic Envoy. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the heroes minus 2 heroes targets with the highest hit points 2 melee damage and 2 energy damage. Okay, so that's 4 damage. So we are going to take 4 damage between Expatriate. That's going to put her down to 6. 6. And man, this is coming right down the wire. And Absolute Zero down to 6. Okay. Should have put the flak jacket out. Alright, now that's going to end that. Now, at the end of, remember, we have 1 hit point left with Raw. Dang, we're not even going to get to destroy it. Well, yeah, let's do that one first. At the end of the villain turn, destroy 1 hero ongoing equipment card. Okay, we're going to destroy Raw's staff. Boom, done. Okay. And then we're going to do the Misinformation's ability. At the end of the villain turn, Misinformation deals H minus 2 heroes targets with the lowest hit points 2 psychic damage. That is increased by 1, reduced by 1, and then reduced by 1 again because of the insider knowledge. It's increased by 1 because of the Tendrils of Madness, reduced by 1 because of the Atlantean Throne Room, and then reduced by 1 again. So it is 1 point of damage, which is enough to put Raw down. We have no way to stop it. So Raw is KO'd, and he flips. There we go. You can see that in the app. He's flipped over to his defeated side. Absolute Zero is down to 5. Wraith is down to 2. expatriates down to 5. Okay, that's going to end the villain's turn. Actually, we've done all of the end of villain turn effects. Ra has been defeated. The first of our heroes out. We flip him over. This is what it's going to look like for him. Now, he does have some good things to do when his turn does come up. We can put an environment card in play on the bottom of the environment deck. That means we can get rid of that Tendrils of Madness card, put it on the bottom of the deck, and destroy an ongoing card. Might be helpful too. Okay, now that said, let's go on to our heroes' turns. Okay, we got Expatriate here, so we're going to play a card for her. Now, remember, we have that shopping spree, but since damage is reduced, all damage is reduced for everything by 1, the surprise shopping spree is not going to do any damage. Kind of an interesting combo there. But we do have quite a few stuff. We could do these liquid, now we've already seen that. I'm trying to find incendiary rounds. There we go. Play this card next to a gun card. Increase the damage of the card's power by 1 and change its type to fire. After this card's power is used, after that card's power is used, destroy this card. Well, heck, let's throw that on the tactical shotgun as her card play this turn. And that'll give her 4, so 3 from the shotgun plus another 1. Place card next to a card. Increase the damage of this card's power by 1 and change its type to fire. It just gives us an extra damage, so she'll actually do 4 damage with her shotgun. Or she could play that on the, you know what, let's do this. All cards are vulnerable now. We're going to destroy a lot of stuff this turn. So why don't we put that on the assault rifle and play that. We're still going to reduce things by 1, but we're going to increase it by 1. So we're going to deal up to 3 targets 2 damage, and we're going to increase the damage by 1, so it'll balance out to 3 targets for 2 damage. Let's see which ones we want to do. Obviously, every time we get a chance, we're going to do the villain. So 2 other cards. We could take out the computer room, which would stop her from drawing a card, or we could take out the tendrils, and the tendrils. Why don't we do that? Bam, bam. Take them out. Okay. So basically, since both of them are at 1s now, and we've gotten rid of the misplaced memo, which stopped them from taking damage, we're going to hit both of those cards for 1 point each, or 2, yeah, 1 point each.
Give me one.
So, okay, sorry, I keep getting interrupted by my kids. Anyway, we're going to drop this down by 1, getting rid of that card. We're going to drop this down by 1, getting rid of that, and that puts the main computer room and the Tendrils of Madness in the trash for the time cataclysm, which means that misinformation is going to do now -1 damage instead of +1, so we can survive a little longer. I wish that happened last turn. We'd still have Raw. Okay, so that was Expatriate. Now let's move on to Wraith. Okay, Wraith she's got a throwing knives, her razor ordnance. We really don't need to do any damage, but let's see what kind of cards she wants to play. This might be a good time to play Trust Fund, or actually, let's do this. We're going to play Impromptu Invention. It says, draw a card. So we're going to start by drawing a card. We get Combat Stance, Ongoing Limited. We'll put that aside for a moment. And then I get to search my deck for an equipment card and either put it into play or in your hand and shuffle your deck. And then I get to play another card. So, let's look through her hand, her deck. Equipment cards. We're looking for an equipment card that I really, really want. I could get some health back. That's the one shot. It's not equipment. Can't do that. Smoke bombs. No. Utility belt. Use 2 powers. That's probably going to be the one. We can use 2 powers this turn. Let's see if we got something else that's really, really effective for her. I mean, she's not a massive damage dealer. She's kind of like a ongoing nuisance. Yep, let's do utility belt. Okay. We are going to take the utility belt and put it into play. So she's got 4 pieces of equipment now, and she gets to do 2 powers. So we've shuffled her deck up. We got this one. So basically, let's look at this again. Impromptu Invention. Okay, draw a card. We did that. We drew this card. Search your deck for an equipment card and either put it into play or put it in your hand. We're going to put it into play. Then we get to play a card. Okay, combat stance. The first time the Wraith is dealt damage by a target each turn, the Wraith deals that target 2 melee damage. We're going to put that in play as well. That's the card that we actually played for this effect. Okay, now she's got the ability to use 2 powers. Now remember, they've got to be separate, so she's going to use both her, and we are still reducing damage by 1, but she's going to first use her Razor Ordnance. The Wraith deals 1 target, 3 projectile damage, which will be 2 projectile damage, and that's going to, oh wait, no, sorry, forgot the micro-targeting computer. That will be, so 5 total, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, 4 points of damage to misinformation. 1, 2, 3, 4. We might still beat this villain. And then the Razor Ordnance is going to be her next one. It says this is the first time the hero targets deal damage to misinformation. So she's going to do that target. She's going to do 2 points to. Actually, that's okay. She's going to do 2 points to Wraith, which actually gets reduced to 1 point. Okay, and then it bounces back. The first time the Wraith is dealt. Wait, Expatriate did deal her damage, right? Yes. So actually, Wraith has 2 points. Expatriate has to go down 1 more to 4. Okay. So that didn't affect her, but we are going to do her throwing knives, which is going to then do 3 targets. And because of the -1, a total of 2 projectile damages because of the micro-targeting computer. So of course we're going to do misinformation 2 more, and then we're going to do, well, the only one we can damage at this point left is the diplomatic envoy, down to 6, and that's going to end their turn. Okay, that's Wraith. Wraith has got quite a bit of stuff out. You know, we have this card, I'll show you this inventory barrage, where I can destroy all the equipment cards, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and I deal 1 target X projectile damage, which is then gets doubled. I think I know what our next turn is going to be. Okay, so let us go on now. Okay, now we're going to draw a card for her. She gets Stun Bolt. I'm going to put that in her hand. And now we're going to go on to Absolute Zero. Okay, at the start of your turn, Absolute Zero deals each non-hero target 1 cold damage. The focused aperture increases that by 1, so that's 2. So this information is down to 8 now, and the envoy is down to 5. Or yeah, 5. So we're getting there, getting somewhere slowly but surely. Now let's look at his cards. He's got 3 of them. Cold Snap at the start of each turn. Absolute Zero deals each. That's what we already have. So we can't play that. It's limited. We can't play that. We can only play the modular realignment. Select 1 equipment from your trash and put it into your hand or into play. Absolute Zero deals himself 1 fire and 1 cold damage. Okay, we're going to play that. So now we get to go look in his trash for an equipment. What about onboard modular installation? You may draw a card. No, it's not equipment. It's got equipment. Come on, equipment. I know he's got some in here. Kidding me? No equipment in here? Focused aperture doesn't do us any good. Okay, the only equipment he actually has is no bueno. So we're not going to bother with that. There's no point. We need to draw cards. Not going to bother. Okay, we also have the isothermic transducer already in play. Whenever Absolute Zero is dealt fire damage, which he wasn't. Okay, let's see. So now we really got is his power. So he's going to use his thermodynamics. He's going to deal himself 1 cold damage, which is increased to 2 and reduced by 1 to give himself 1 hit point back. He's up to 6, and he is now the character with the highest hit points, and that ends his turn. Now we get we do get we get raw now. So this is raw. We can destroy an ongoing card, which we could destroy one of the clues out of turn. I don't know what that helps us. I don't think it helps us. We can put an environment card in play on the bottom of the deck, and one hero may use a power. I think we're going to use a power because we just need to do damage. Well, we could use the load power for. Let's see, what would that do? By the way, we did use this card, so that was discarded. We could use the load power and draw her load power and draw a card. Let's see if there's anything there that would help. Nah. We could use Wraith's. You know what? Let's use Wraith's Razor Ordnance again. So we're going to use a power. Bam. We're going to hit Misinformation again for 5 points minus 1 for 4 more points. 2, 3, 4. So using Ra's one hero may use a power now effect, we have gotten her down to 4 points, and that is going to end the hero's turns. Now we're going to move on to the environment turn, which is a lot less than it was. Okay, let's go on to the environment turn. Okay, man, I hope with all those interruptions I didn't make any mistakes. I had a bunch of them. But we still have the Atlantean Throne Room. It says at the start of the environment turn, each player may draw a card. If none do, destroy this card. I'll keep drawing a card. Why not? It hasn't really been hurting us that bad. We got shock rounds for Expatriate. We've got throwing knives again for Wraith, which she can't really use. We've got the cryo chamber. Oh, cryo chamber for Absolute Zero, and then Ra doesn't draw any cards. So that's it for that. Now, let's go on to the Typhoon. At the start of the environment turn, if there are no anomaly cards in play, destroy this card. There are. Okay, and then we have the only other one we have is a surprise shopping trip, which didn't do anything last turn because it's just a trade-off. -1 damage there, and for the throne room, and +1 damage from it. So let's go to the end of. Oh, start of turn. This card is destroyed, so the shopping spree is actually destroyed. Now we have 2 cards left. We get with end of turn effects. At the end of the environment turn, each player must put 1 card from their hand on top of their deck. Okay, we will do that. For Expatriate, I think we'll do something she's already got. Let's see. We'll do the liquid nitrogen rounds. It's not that helpful to her this turn. For Wraith, we'll do throwing knives since she's already got them. And for Absolute Zero, we'll put Cold Snap on top of his deck. Okay, that's going to solve that. Now, I believe that is all of the end of... Oh, wait, you know what we didn't do? We didn't draw a new environment card. We got to do that. Charging Triceratops. Okay. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 1. Alright. At the start of the environment turn, this card deals the target other than itself. This card deals the target other than itself with the second lowest hit points, 3 melee damage. That could be bad. Okay. Luckily, that is at the start, so maybe we can destroy that before that happens. But it does come up, so we're going to we're going to put up, let's see, Charging Triceratops. There it is. So I have added that up on the app in the environment space. And then we already did the at the end of the environment card about putting for the Typhoon. We don't have any other end of turn effects for the environment, so that's going to end the environment turn and end our session for today. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Again, I apologize for the interruptions. Still getting them. So thanks, and I'll see you soon.